Oh my God. Hi. How's everybody doing? Long time no see. Every time I stream, I'm like, sorry. Life sucks. My body sucks. Well, no, stuff's going on. It's whatever. Life is lifing. What can you do? I'm sure I'm completely out of the algorithm, but that's fine. I'll get back in. It's Sunday. It's beautiful. It's raining and sunny here. It's lovely. Good to see everybody. Dusty, shout out to your back. I hope you get it blown out. Show it. Show it. We love Dusty. Chef Maiku, I will be doing it should be Tuesday. I'm not sure exactly what time yet. Chef and I are gonna do a fun little members only stream. We're gonna watch some like military fails. And Chef was in the Marine Corps. Shout out to our military and our veterans. And he's going to kind of talk about some of that. We're going to watch some like funny military fails, funny gun fails. So it'll be just like a chill, fun time, especially if you're into that. And if you're not, it's still going to be fun. And I should be I'm going to do a members only tomorrow night sometime. I have a ton of errands to do during the day, and Winston has to go get groomed because he is a distinguished, handsome little gentleman. So we're going to do a bunch of errands while he's getting that done. So it'll definitely be later in the day. We'll probably just, I don't know, hang out, watch some stuff. It's whatever. I see Julie, Gretchen, how are you? Oh, doing taxes, girl. Yeah, I've got to finish mine up. They weren't too bad. So, and I was smart and I saved like 10% over what I was like estimating I needed to pay. So I'm all set. It's all good. It's just the sitting there doing it. They need to teach this shit in high school. What credit is, how to build it, how to balance a checkbook or checking account. Like no one uses checks anymore. Just like basic how to run a household, file your fucking taxes. Jeez, I remember when it was a big deal I remember the first year we could file our taxes over the phone, the landline. That was technology, y'all. I remember doing that and it was like 98 or 99. I was like, wow, technology is great. I'm old. Leave me alone. I see a cornball. Gata, how you doing? Andy. Again, Julie. Thank you for being a member for 19 months. And hello. Appreciate you being here. Shout out UK. Oh, and thank you. Appreciate everybody being a member because man, I need StreamYards and Canva to calm the fuck down charging these prices for shit. Like, goddamn. What the hell? Granted, StreamYards is like adding stuff. Like when you end a stream now, it generates like little AI clips you can then publish, but it's $50 a month. I'm like, God damn it. It's a bit much. So I've had this playlist for this stream ready to go since March 2nd. Again, life is lifing. So I'm a little behind on it, but I'm glad I waited because one of my favorites, Sam at Every Size, put out a video just a couple days ago. So it actually worked out concerning Jaebae. Jaebae, her main platform is TikTok. She really doesn't do too much on her YouTube channel. Little recap. Jaebae is a fat influencer. She is, I want to say she's like 28, gonna be 29 years old. So she's very young. She is morbidly fucking obese. This poor girl, right, cannot walk more than 10 feet. and she's out of breath and literally ready to keel over. She's had to utilize oxygen for some years. What irritates me about Jaebae is that, and I understand there's psychological issues, right? There's food addiction, and usually addiction develops from some sort of trauma. Listen, we've all watched Intervention, right? Addiction usually starts out of something not good. And sometimes it's just your brain chemistry. Sometimes your brain's just like, ooh, I like this thing, give me more. It can vary. So I understand Jaebae clearly has psychological, emotional issues and food addiction issues. My issue lies in that she doesn't just believe, she is on a one woman crusade to demand that society, the world, and everyone in it cater to her and those like her. She's the one that's like, airplane seats are too small. And just because I'm one person that takes up the space of three people, I should get those two extra seats free. It's her sense of entitlement, her attitude. My body's not the problem. No, actually, it is. Actually, it fucking is, Jaebae. Your body's the problem. It's you. She's it's like this woman seriously made a video stating that hotels need to make their hallways wider to accommodate fat people. The fucking hallways. I'm like, how much room are you taking up, girl? I just, she's very entitled. She's the one with the petitions and FatCon. And it's like, listen, I'm all for body positivity. That's supposed to be like, I'm a size 12, I'm a 16, I'm not this idyllic, model thin, stereotypical Baywatch babe kind of body. I'm a normal sized woman. That's what the body positivity movement started as. These death fats that are like, I can't walk more than 10 feet, accommodate me, and you're fat phobic if you don't. Fuck off. No. No. You can't walk more than 10 feet. Girl, what's your A1C? Like, come on. I just. Shut up, Raven. Shut up, Raven. So, that's a basic rundown of who Jaebae is. About the end of February, this little video pops up. Now, my understanding is that Jaebae was married to a dude, right? She was married. Hey, T girl, how you doing? Sarah K, the whole grain audacity, how you doing? So Jaebae is married, but my understanding is that her and her husband have it's like an open relationship. They're married to each other, but they're out running around with other people, which shout out Jaebae. Again, the girl can't walk more than 10 feet without running out of breath and keeling over, but she got multiple dudes. Like, okay, good for you. Good for you. Oh my God. Gata says, imagine changing the cities to accommodate today's death fats. The cities, the everything, the planes need to be bigger. The chairs everywhere need to be bigger. Like, I used to think I was going to physical therapy summer before last. And I was sitting in the office one day and I was watching like Foodie or something. And I used to think like the wide chairs were so two people could sit. And for some reason that day I realized, no, dude, that's like a Jaebae. That's like an Amber or Chantal sized chair. And I was like, oh, that's the death fat chair. I thought it was for two people. I was just like, I'm kind of slow sometimes, but I mean well. Yeah, so Jaebae is very like, the world needs to accommodate me. Her and her husband they're married in an open relationship. About the end of February, I see this video. She got arrested. Just a sensitivity warning, right? Allegations of domestic violence and abuse will be discussed. So please use your discretion as far as like what you can handle. There's all kinds of allegations flying around. If it gets to be too much, please just dip out, protect your mental health. I know these topics can be triggering for some people. And come back on another stream. I know a little bit of what's going on with Jaebae. I haven't watched all of it because I want to find out with you guys. So we're going to start. It is very sad. Andy says it's sad from a health and longevity perspective. It's amazing though. Like it fascinates me the way these women can lie to themselves. Like, oh no, healthy at every size. Bitch, no. The fact of the matter, right? You can't polish a turd, but you can roll it in glitter. The fact of the matter is that the human body is not meant to have all of this extra weight, all of this extra fat carried on its frame. And that fat also distributes internally on organs. It's not good. The human body is not meant to be 5'2" and 350 pounds. Shit starts going sideways. Think of it like a car, right? The car has its own weight and then a weight limit. You put too much weight in that car, you're going to fuck up your suspension. It's going to be dragging on the ground. Like shit's going to go wrong. Same thing with the human body. So we're going to watch first. I've got a little playlist going. There's other videos in it. I'm going to watch another time. That's not what I want to share. All right, let me get to the right video. And there's a couple videos. Michelle McDaniel. My God, she's so fucking funny. I love her. She's linked in her video is linked in the description, and Sam at Every Size, her channel is linked in the description. It's from some like random channel I've never heard of. They haven't posted anything about it since StreamYards. What are you doing? Jeez, so irritated. I'm ready to cancel my StreamYards and just use the free version because that $50 a month is not my friend right now. All right. So this is from end of February, beginning of March. Like I said, I've been planning this stream for a hot minute. All right. So this is what originally set all of this off. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Okay. Breaking news, morbidly obese influencer Jaebae arrested on 6 counts. My understanding is that she, as of 2 days ago, the 28th, she is still in prison or in jail, because jail and prison are two different things. And I was reading through a Reddit thread about it, and every comment was like, she's in jail. That bitch ain't getting more than 2,000 calories a day. She might actually lose some weight. Like the whole thread was just like, she's going to lose weight. She's going to lose weight. And people were like looking up the menu for like the jail she's in. I don't want to get into all that, but I was like, oh, maybe she might lose a couple of fucking pounds. Okay, so this is from like a month ago when she first got arrested. It says, for those of you that aren't looking at your screen, Jalen, who is Jaebae, suffered from a sepsis infection around January 2025, which is where the spiral begins. Ooh. But healthy at every size, you guys. Oh my God, Amber has that same dress. Healthy at every size. There's nothing, I can't walk and breathe at the same time, but it's healthy at every size. You're just fat phobic. This is what fucking gets me about these people. Oh my God. She releases this quote, pity me video sometime in January, but now appears to have deleted it. Again, Jaebae's main platform is TikTok. I refuse to download TikTok. And it's just showing like clips Jaebae, I'm sure, put out of like her in the hospital. That's what's in the background as this is playing. Next text. The infection was likely a result of her overall poor health due to morbid obesity, with a possible cause being cellulitis, which is my understanding is cellulitis is like a skin infection. It can happen in skinny people and big people, but it tends to happen more in like obese people. The skin can weep, it's very painful. Amberlynn's gotten it a few times. And there she is on her oxygen. Oh, Andy says, how does this not scare you enough to try and change? Addiction's a bitch. It's no different than alcoholics being put in the hospital with kidney and liver issues, IV drug users, they get that heart infection. It's food addiction. And one thing addicts are very, very good at is convincing themselves they're not the issue and they've got it under control. So the next text says sepsis can cause delirium, hallucinations, paranoia, and other side effects that may persist after the infection is cleared. Her most recent breakdown may be the result. Oh, of course, this bitch and her GoFundMe's. So there, for again, those of you that aren't looking at your screen or your phone, there's a picture of Jaebae in the hospital bed, oxygen, she's looking all sad. Of course, she throws up a GoFundMe. This bitch will do a GoFundMe for $5 for a fucking donut. everything this bitch has a fucking GoFundMe for. God. And her GoFundMe says trapped in a nightmare. Disabled woman's fight for life. The goal looks to be 1.6K. And whenever the screenshot was posted, she had raised 1,140 of it. The text says on February 22nd, she created this GoFundMe page. In the description, she talked about her recent breakup and claimed to be a victim of DV and emotional abuse. Oh my God. So this is from Jaebae. Thank you for taking the time to read my story. I need you to know the harsh truth behind everything you see. For far too long, I've been forced to hide my pain, burying secrets that nearly cost me my life. I almost died from sepsis. In that moment of desperate clarity, I realized how fragile life truly is, and it's nothing short of a miracle that I'm here today. I'm just going to read through it and save my snarky comments for the end. But surviving sepsis was only the beginning of my battle. For over a year, and even longer in some ways, I've been fighting relentless trauma, isolation, and abuse. Allegedly. I was trapped in a controlling, abusive relationship that drained every part of me, leaving scars that run deep, both physically and emotionally. I was forced to mask my suffering while the public only saw fragments of a life I no longer recognized of my own. After a harrowing hospital stay, I was discharged and placed in a hotel, a temporary refuge that barely shields me from the chaos behind closed doors. At 28, as a disabled person with no financial safety net and virtually no family to turn to, I now face the impossible task of rebuilding my shattered life. Ev- Keep in mind, side note, she fancied herself a travel influencer. We all know how expensive it is to travel, planes, Ubers, meals, activities. Okay. All right. She was a travel influencer. Okay. Mm. At 28, as a disabled person with no financial safety net and virtually no family to turn to, I now face the impossible task of rebuilding my shattered life. Every day is a struggle to reclaim my voice, to heal physically, mentally, and emotionally, and to piece together a future that feels safe and hopeful. I share all of this not for pity, but to be brutally honest about the cost of my journey and to ask for your help during this critical moment. Your support, whether through donations, shares, or words of encouragement, will help me secure short term housing, cover essential needs, and obtain the legal guidance I urgently require to hold those responsible for my abuse alleged accountable. I'm going to refrain from commenting. Let's watch more. If you're willing to hear more, I'm ready to share the specifics of the terror and betrayal I've endured. Details that are as raw as they are painful. If you reach out to me privately, I refuse to let the darkness that's haunted me remain hidden any longer. Every single bit of support matters. Every dollar, every kind word, every share of my story is a step towards reclaiming my life and shining a light on the injustices that I and countless others have suffered in silence. Thank you for standing by me in this battle. I promise that as I heal, I will continue to fight, not just for my own future, but for every voice that has been silenced by abuse, alleged, and neglect. Together, we can build a community of unwavering strength, hope, and justice. With all my gratitude and determination, Jay. I'm refraining from commenting because I want to watch more, find out more information as you should fucking do before I'm like "Bah, bah, bah, bah," or this or that or the other thing. I think you guys can understand. Hey Oleander, good to see you. Sorry, let me check in on chat. Sepsis is scary because it's like your whole body's sick. It's everything. Oh my God. Julie says, I knew a man who went for a minor procedure at the hospital, got sepsis, and died. He was lovely. Yeah. It doesn't take much. Like the last time when I was hospitalized last May, because we were in the hospital, you're in a hospital environment. The attending came and was like, do you know what MRSA is? And I was like, yeah, it's bacteria and all this stuff. And she was surprised I knew about it. And I'm like, I've been in the hospital multiple times. It's something you have to be aware of. That's why, like, if you're in the hospital, if you're with somebody, if you're visiting, don't ever set your purse or your bag on the ground. Like, don't keep your shit off the floor in the hospital. Oh, hey, Anna. Jalen would soon share this message to Instagram. Jake, her ex, and his family are known to have provided for her, and she is now claiming that they are all abusers, allegedly. Message. I'm sorry you were going through a breakup. Let me set something straight. Ken and I welcomed you into our family. Gave you a home to live in, though it was very difficult for us. Our family has given you food and money on occasions. You have never been abused. Jake worked hard to support you through illnesses with no expectations in return. He loved you. Breakups are hard on both parties, but to put the blame all on one side and take no responsibility is not the way adults behave. Please take care and good luck with everything. Penny. So this sounds like this might be Jake's mom, her ex's mom. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of parallels with Amber Lynn here. That's all I'm going to say for now. Jake liked this comment on a TikTok he made in regards to the breakup. Nancy commented, I think Jay falsely accused him of DV, physical and emotional abuse. That's what we're trying to find out. Then went off the rails, calling 911 and saying she feared for her life because of him and his family. From what I gather, she's off. Jake, Jaebae's ex, liked that comment. Nancy commented again, the rails and quite possibly bipolar. Ooh, girl. Nancy. She was complaining about the police department online, so not smart, demanding rides from the police department to the courthouse. Well, Jaebae is very entitled. She keeps saying it's all going to...
I did not want to have to do this.
Okay. She makes this video claiming that she has called the police on her quote-unquote abuser and that her life was in danger, as if she was doing great at 500 pounds before then. I'll say again, domestic abuse are being discussed in this stream. Please use your own discretion. If you need to dip, come back on the next stream. Take care of yourself first.
I've tried to figure out what I was meant to do. And today something happened that I cannot allow to happen to anybody else. You know my abuser. I don't know what's going to happen from here, but the police are on their way.
This incident may relate to one of the 6 charges picked up because she was arrested and got 6 charges, goes over it. That's one. I just want to say one thing I've noticed about Jaebae, and I say this in a neutral tone right now. She very much uses, like, I'm not saving me. I'm saving all of you too. I'm not advocating for me. I'm advocating for all of you. That is such a fucking manipulative tactic. Like, girl, calm down. Fix your own problems first, ma'am.
They're 15 minutes out. I will let you know when I can what happens, okay? But I need you guys to know I'm safe. And there's lots of things you will learn. Okay.
If she's in a safe place, this is just my thinking. I'm thinking out loud, right? If she's called the police and she's in a safe place, why would you put this on the fucking internet? What is the point of putting this on the internet? I could see if I was locked in a bathroom and somebody was on the other side of it, granted I'd have my but somebody was like trying to get at me and I'd call the cops. First off, you should be on the phone with them if you're in danger. Second off, yeah, I might be like, oh shit, I might die here. Boop, boop, boop. Let me go live so like at least people can see who killed me or some shit. That's different. That's like extreme extenuating circumstances. Yeah, I feel same. I feel suspicious. But with the subject matter, I want to hold off on like, let's watch more because we want to be sensitive. Something's not right.
Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for giving me the courage and the strength to do this. But most of all, I have to thank God because I would not be alive had today not played out the way it did. You will understand one day, I promise. But for now, I'm going to be gone and I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. But
can I make a snarky observation that we often observe with certain types of people and situations. Girl, where are the tears? Where are the tears? Just just a question, just an observation. Where are the tears?
Please know that I am safe.
Jesus, I didn't realize I was going to have to read so much. A supporter sends this in a message, which she then puts on her Instagram story, showing that people are noticing a shift in her behavior. Hey, boo, I see you going through it. I'm sending you a big hug and asking you to put the phone down. You're sharing too much, babe. I know you don't want to feel like you're going through stuff alone, but you are. That's life. When shit hits the fan, we realize that the only one that will take care is of us is us. I know we're not super close, but as someone in the community with you and someone who has been through a lot, everything is not for public consumption, especially while you're in it. Some stuff could just be text like, is anyone available in X area on X day? But watching your stories, it looks like you're spiraling, babe. Please put your phone down. I love you. That right there is a friend. That right there is a fucking friend. Friends tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Right? A friend is going to tell you that dress looks horrible on you. Not, oh my God, you look so great. Yeah, you should wear that to this big event. A friend's going to tell you you look like shit. These vitriolic DMs are shared to the Reddit by the target's sister. Mrs. Body Positive over here shaming someone's appearance. So I'm assuming this is Jake's sister. Jake is Jaebae's ex, so his sister. Okay, first set. Who the hell is this? For accidentally liking a comment. I have reported your page and story about me for harassment. Jaebae responds, good, winky face. Get those eyebrows under control. Girl, not the eyebrow. Listen, a lot of people have eyebrow blindness, Jaebae. It happens. Get those eyebrows under control. Crying, laughing face. Stand on your bullshit. You want to be big and bad? Stand on it, you coward. Pathetic bitch. Go cry. Middle finger emoji. Wow. 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 Just wow. Hi, Shrills. Hope you get fired once I find you on LinkedIn. Fucked with the wrong one. I'm having so many flashbacks right now. 8 years in Gore World. Oh my God, I'm having flashbacks. Oh my God. The person responds, I didn't even comment on your page, question mark, which that's a statement. Why are you, that's a statement. Use a period. The fucking grammar in these streets. God damn it. So why are you even being so out of pocket right now? Jaebae responds, winky face. The public will decide. Ah, yes. Jaebae using the tried and true tactic of I'm going to talk shit and present a very biased point of view and let the court of public opinion decide. Paging Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Paging Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Fuck. The person responds back, accidentally scrolling and liking things. Jaebae responds, toodaloo, peace. The person responds, and you do all this. Jaebae responds with the peace sign. Person responds, no wonder someone called you dramatic because this is too much. Hopefully you get your GoFundMe fully funded and you can go on your life in peace instead of concerning yourself with people, damn it, liking things on accident. Oh Oleander Rainbow says, sometimes people go full Mona Lisa with their eyebrows. I mean, listen, we've all got, I was a teenager in the 90s. I had those like thick Brooke Shields eyebrows, but the trend at the time, I didn't tweeze them down too much. Luckily, they grew back in. Now I don't even mess with them because, like, I don't care. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, this is a lot. So within 6 days of starting the GoFundMe and claiming DV, she is arrested on 6 counts. Misuse of 911 system, interfering with the healthcare facility, resisting arrest, obstructing law enforcement officer, criminal trespass 1, assault 3. Okay, we're reserving judgment. We're just taking in the information right now, guys. And she is still in jail on these charges. Felony assault, 3 misdemeanors, and 2 gross misdemeanors. Wait, how does a 500-pound, it's pound, not pounds, 500-pound woman resist arrest? We need the body cam footage. Oh my God. I just shout out now. Call the police. Call the cops. Call the cops. Call the cops. Call the cops. Oh my God. If you haven't seen that video, it's goddamn no. Wow. So these are like, so she threw down. This is telling me misuse of the 911 system. She called on a bullshit charge. See, you can get in trouble for that shit. I'm not naming any names. Chuck. Interfering with the healthcare facility. She threw down. She a big bitch, but she threw down. Yes, Sarah K says we listen and we don't judge. Could the misuse of the 911 charge could the misuse of the 911 system charge come from her phone call to the police in the last clip? I mean, I'm not saying this is what Jaebae did. There are a lot of people, majority women, but men do it too, where they will call the 911s and claim that usually their domestic partner is doing bad no things to them, right? In an attempt to get them arrested, or people do it. It's fucked up. People do it. Oh God. Shout out Callie's eyebrows. That's part of the reason I unsubscribed from Callie. I found she got really boring. She was drunk most of the time, allegedly, in my opinion. Her eyebrows were just, I couldn't focus on what she was saying because I would just, between the eyebrows and the wonky lash, I couldn't do it. And Callie is very pretty, and the bitch can do an eye. She uses the wrong shade of highlighter, though. It's too icy. She needs like a warm gold. Oh my God, that would look so pretty on her. But yeah, I couldn't. Shout out Callie's eyebrows. I hope Callie's doing well. Yeah, like what happened? Stay tuned for more updates as the situation unfolds. Yada, yada, yada. So then Sam of Every Size put out a video. Let me get to that one. The other day. And some of the same things are going to be gone over. So just based on that, again, I'm going to reserve judgment. I want to watch. I haven't watched it yet. Sam at Every Size. Again, her channel is linked in the description. Michelle McDaniels, who is brilliant, funny, intelligent, insightful. She cracks me the fuck up. I love her. Her video on this is linked in the description as well. Exactly. Excellent point, Oleander, and it's very good to see you. People who do that, Oleander says, people who do that aren't helping victims of DV. If anything, it makes people more needlessly skeptical over genuine victims. Exactly. Exactly. That's why, like, there's so many cases of that. The bad apples always ruin the batch, right? Like I have to luckily I've had a great doctor for 20 years, but there have still been times where I have to fight to get proper care because I'm not believed, you know? But whatever. It sucks. It just takes one good person to piss in the well, and there you go. All right. So now we're going to watch Sam at Every Size, her like update on this. Again, some of it might be repetitive, but I want to find out and get like the proper information before I form my opinion. Preliminary opinion, I think Jaebae, she's obviously got some stuff going on. She's very entitled. She seems, just from what I've like, she's so quick just in her like fat fluencer body positivity content that I've watched. She tries to be this like, I'm just here to advocate for the fatties and we matter too, you guys. Give me money. And like if anybody just even accidentally looks at her when she's out in public, she's like, oh my God, you're fat phobic. Like she's not quite balanced. I've picked that up before any of this happened, right? She's not quite balanced. But let's be honest, most people on social media aren't. I need to watch that Ruby Frankie documentary. Oh my God. There's a lot of mental illness running rampant just on the fucking internet because everyone has access to it and most people run around unchecked. You know, look at who that one guy, Daniel, what's his name? Oh God, I can't remember his name. Daniel something. We got fucking Cyrax out here. So there's a lot of shit running around these streets. So let's dive into Sam at Every Size. Again, she's great. Really enjoy her. Please make sure you sub up.
Hey everyone.
Yes, Daniel Larson. Oh, I kind of feel bad for him, but he's also like fucking out there. And then there's that Jupiter, the hybrid guy. Oh my God. He is, I should talk about him one day if I can find a good, concise video. He is like Chris Chan levels of debauchery. It's a lot. Yeah, thank you, Oleander. Thank you, Gata. See, Lobster Doctor. You guys, chat always knows what I'm talking about. Lobster Doctor.
Welcome back to the channel. I am so happy to have you all back here with me again this week for another video. For those of you who might be new, if this is the first time you are seeing my face, welcome. I make weekly videos dissecting internet nonsense, so if you're into that type of thing or you like today's video, I hope that you'll consider liking and subscribing because it really helps out the channel and make sure you never miss another upload from me. Now, if you hadn't put it together already, today's video is going to have a more serious tone to it. Today, we're going to be talking about not only
quick side note, I love her little ceramic mushrooms in the background. That's just okay. I like the look at her little tchotchkes. They're so cute. I love Sam.
Some pretty serious allegations, but also some pretty serious criminal charges. If you haven't heard and you're like, Sam, what are you talking about? Jaebae, also known as Jalen Chaney, has been arrested, and she was arrested after using her social.
And I was thinking, like her TikTok videos, especially her YouTube videos. This bitch is in bad health. I want to know how she threw down because it's like she'll say 3 or 4 sentences, there's a cut. She'll say another couple sentences, there's a cut. The bitch can't breathe. How was she throwing down with the police? I'll see what I can find because I'm just curious.
Media platforms to make some pretty serious allegations against one of her exes. Now, I want to cover what has happened because So many people have reached out to me and asked me to talk about it. But I'm going to be honest, there's this weird tear. It's a push and pull sometimes when you're a content creator, because you want to be a content creator and create engaging content, but you also want to be a human being and recognize other human beings going through struggle. So
yes, it's difficult, especially when you're just sitting here talking on the fly. That's why I'm like, I'm just gonna watch and then form my opinion. But so far, something's rotten in Denmark, and I could be wrong, but we'll see. It's difficult. It's difficult doing this shit. Unless you just want to be a complete asshole and get up here and run your mouth like fucking AK or Tefler, like, then have at it.
I talk about what's happening today, I don't want to speculate. It's going to be difficult. I know we all want to speculate. It's human nature. But what I would rather do is walk through the things that actually happened in order as we can find them, to go ahead and lay out a timeline of all that has happened until this point, and to use that timeline to point out the reasons why people are speculating and why they have so many questions. Because as things unraveled, many of us were left with more questions than answers. So let's talk through this timeline and see what we can figure out together.
Well, and we all, especially those of us that are maybe a little more advanced in life, shut up, I'm old. We've seen things, right? In IRL, our daily lives, on the internet. And I think we've all seen enough things at this point to kind of, like, you're going to pick up on the energy. You're going to pick up on the vibe of it. And I think it's like we're all picking up on something where it's like, just something seems off, something feels off. Every situation is different, but also a lot of situations tend to happen the same way. They have the same basic equation or factors that go into them. So when something seems like a little off, we pick up on it. I don't know. I think a lot of people are picking up on the vibe of like, And Jaebae seems like the type. She will burn down whatever she needs to, whoever she needs to guard her online presence. You know what I mean? My timeline. All right, I'm going to put her up to 1.25. Just because I know she's going to go over some of what we watched. I should have just watched this video, but I wanted to make sure we had the facts of the situation.
First, on February 12th, Jaebae posted a video of herself promoting a music festival she was hoping to go to. This video was nothing out of the ordinary for Jaebae's social media and included her dancing to music where the lights were bright and flashy.
The bitch is sitting in a chair. I would not call this dancing. Healthy at every size. Oh my God, I can't with her. God, she's so annoying. Jaebae annoys the ever-loving shit out of me.
She was fanning herself with a fan. The caption sharing that she'd be in San Diego in just 3 days.
Wow.
After that post, her social media went dark until February 19th, which is a pretty long time for Jaebae, who's posting
but she needs money, guys. Travel influencer. This bitch was every fucking where. She needs money. I hate that shit.
pretty regularly on her social media. But when she returned, she came back with a pretty shocking video where she was laying in a hospital bed and whispering to her audience about where she had been.
Guys, so I'm sorry that I went MIA. I came to cover an event, and I ended up in a hospital bed. There's more to come soon. But I just need you to know I'm safe for now.
Oh, God.
And I'll be sharing more very soon. Thank you for everyone who's reached out. It means so much to me. More than you have.
Oh, my God. Bitch.
More than any of you will ever truly know. So thank you. I love you all.
Shortly,
The way I want to throw my laptop against my wall right now. That's some manipulation, as Monty would say. Manipulation. make a post. Bitch, I took a picture of my water jug because I didn't want, like, I didn't know of, like, I don't want people finding out what fucking hospital I was in, and there's some super sleuths out there. So I took a picture, like, you know, the little tray and the fucking, like, pink jug you get for water in the hospital. And I was like, bitch, I'm in the hospital. I'll be back soon. Sorry about it. Fucking going, whispering. You manipulation. Oh God. I'm not gonna throw. I will not throw my laptop. I will not throw my laptop. It's expensive. I will not throw my laptop.
After this video went up, she posted to her Instagram stories a long paragraph that read, "Creators and attendees, beware. I traveled across the country after being personally invited to attend and cover an event by a well-known festival brand. I was promised a VIP experience and treated with respect and professionalism. What I received was deception, humiliation, and blatant disregard for my well-being. I've since learned that the VIP experience I was promised never existed.
Did she vet it correctly? This ditch. I
led to believe I would have certain accommodations, but instead I was left stranded, dismissed, and ignored. I've been in direct contact with others involved, and let's just say that they don't stand by this company either. In fact, they were completely unaware of what I had been promised under their name. I have extensive..."
So it sounds like fuckery was afoot. It was a troll. It was a scam.
Documentation of everything that occurred, screenshots, messages, and receipts. I will be sharing when I am legally allowed to, per my lawyer's advice. To be clear, I will not be silent about what happened to me. This isn't just about me. This is about how creators and plus-size people are treated in these spaces. Oh my God.
It's because I'm fat. It's because I'm fat, you guys. No, it's... I have nothing constructive to add except shut the fuck up. Oh, it's because I'm fat. You know, I wonder if these people that are always like, it's because I'm this thing. Like, no, it's probably because you're an asshole. It's probably because you're an asshole. That, I'm just saying.
For now, I just want to say this. If you've worked for this company or had similar experiences, my DMs are open. More soon. Then, instead of removing the post where she was promoting this company and tagging them in it, she changed the caption to read, "Legal notice. I am in the process of addressing serious concerns regarding this event. Details will be shared per my attorney's advice." Now,
this is one thing I've noticed with Jaebae. Everywhere she goes, it's a problem. It's an issue of some sort. But it's never her. Fat bitch shoves her fucking ass on the plane, takes up 5 rows, only wants to pay for the armrest of the seat, right? She should only be charged like she's a fucking chihuahua. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. She's taking up half the fucking airplane. Everywhere this bitch goes, it's a problem. Basic math. You are the constant, right? You are the one part of the equation that is always present when there's a fucking problem. I'm gonna say it's you. God, oh.
Naturally, people were very skeptical about Jaebae making this post. It appeared Jaebae was just doing business as usual, right? Jaebae being Jaebae. We have watched her build this reputation for herself over the last few years on her platform by over-exaggerating, making ridiculous demands, and repeatedly claiming that even a side eye from a thin person should be considered discrimination on it.
What I say? What did I fucking say 5 minutes ago? What did I fucking say? Also, welcome in, Bamboozle. Good to see you. DC, how you doing? Good to see you. What did I fucking say? Fucking somebody farts 5 miles downwind and Jaebae's on her TikTok like, it's discrimination and fatphobia. And the person's like, I had Chipotle for lunch. Fuck off, lady. I don't know who you are. What did I say?
On an airplane. I think that's why people didn't really make much of this. It was just Jay being Jay, as always. I mean, we just saw her doing a 1-person protest at SeaTac Airport.
Oh, this. I talked about this before, like the first time I talked about her. This it sounds like this poor little old lady who was assigned to wheel this fucking land whale in a wheelchair. Because again, she can't walk more than 10 feet before she's gonna keel the fuck over, which is her own damn fault, food addiction or not. There's more help out there than there was even 20 years ago. This poor little woman saw her and was like, nope, and took off with the wheelchair. Then she should have her own wheelchair. And her fucking. Shut up, Raven. Shut up, Raven. C-Tech violates our rights. Wheelchair access for all. This bitch ever heard of the FAA, which like runs? They have to abide by federal guidelines, which includes the ADA. They are legally required to follow all federal laws and guidelines for accessibility under the ADA. Just because this little woman didn't want to throw her back out, probably making a little over minimum wage. Again, she knows she needs a wheelchair. Why doesn't she have a wheelchair? She spent all that money on fucking lights so she can sit there and dance. Invest some of that money in your own wheelchair. She knows she needs one. I can't. Oh, shit.
But here's where things started to catch people's attention. On February 22nd, she dropped yet another shocking video, but this time it came alongside a GoFundMe. In this video, you hear Lady Gaga's Until It Happens to You playing, and you see clips of Jaebae being driven to the hospital. She's filmed herself throwing up and crying in the back of the car, and then she's also been filmed in various positions in the hospital where she's rocking back and forth, laying on a hospital bed, and coloring in a coloring book with all sorts of monitors attached to her. This video left many people with many questions, myself included. But I feel like my questions won't make sense until we talk about this caption that goes with the GoFundMe. The original GoFundMe was titled Support Jay's Journey to Healing and Safety. The post that went with it was pretty vague, stating, hey everyone, I want to give you a quick update. I'm safe now.
Again, this bitch will throw up a GoFundMe for a fucking donut. She's a, I say this numbers wise, she's a larger creator. Not sorry, go fuck yourself. Fuck your chicken strips. I don't care anymore. I'm not saying it.
Now, but have been through some extremely challenging and dangerous experiences recently. Details I haven't been.
Sorry to pause again. Bamboozled, yes. I said that earlier. Amber has that exact same. What is it? What is that brand called? Torrid. She has that same Torrid dress. She sure fucking does. Good eye, Bamboozled. Good eye.
Been fully able to share until now. I need your love and support more than ever. Your kind words and positive messages have been my lifeline, and they continue to keep me going. If you can share this post or reach out with encouragement, it would mean the world to me. My immediate reaction was, okay, something very serious happened at this festival. She's just been posting about it. She updated that legal notice to her caption. Something insane has happened. That was the most immediate, makes sense conclusion, right? She's just been posting about it. But then things just kept getting weirder. As an example, she changed.
Excellent point, Gata. Yes, the Lady Gaga song "Till It Happens About You" is a song Gaga wrote about when she was SA'd, sexually assaulted, early on in her career, and then the producer, you know how it is, in the music industry in Hollywood and stuff, and she was threatened that if she said anything or stopped working with the producer that they would like destroy her music or keep it. So she was SA'd and then threatened, and it's fucking gross and disgusting. And yes, that song is about sexual assault. So was Jaebae using it in the sense of like, I'm going to the hospital, I'm sick. You don't know until it happens to you. Or was she maybe whatever situation had already happened and she was playing it in conjunction, like referring to that without saying anything yet? I'm seeing Jaebae is very manipulative. She's very manipulative. Then that's not to say she isn't going through anything bad. She uses it to manipulate her audience to then get sympathy, numbers, and money. That's what I'm seeing so far, in my opinion.
Changed the name of the GoFundMe to Trapped in a Nightmare, Disabled Woman's Fight for Life. She then also changed the caption to read, "Thank you for taking time to read my story. I need you to know the harsh truth behind everything you see. For far too long, I've been forced to hide my pain, burying secrets that nearly cost me my life. I almost died from sepsis. In that moment of clarity, I realized how fragile life truly is, and it's nothing short of a miracle I'm here today." Now, before I continue with that caption, because it is longer and it's about to get more serious, the thing that I noticed as I read this first paragraph was that this was very similar to some other content Jaebae had made not too long ago, where she talked about going through a near-death experience.
You want to know what changed my life? I was on my deathbed, struggling to breathe, unsure if I'd even make it another day. And that's when I realized, if I don't speak up now, fat people like me might never have the chance to live fully. I wasn't sure how much time I had left, but I knew it was now or never. And that's when I started fighting for us, for fat liberation, for the right.
Because losing weight wouldn't be the most sensical, viable option. No. I'm in my fucking mid-20s. Hey, Doris. Hey, good to see you. I'm in my mid-fucking-20s laying here. I don't know. I might die. And what's this bitch's first thought? Not, I should lose weight, get myself together, become mobile, get a handle on my health. No. Let me tell the whole of society and the world, y'all are a bunch of fat phobic assholes, and you need to adjust to us because how dare you don't. My fifis. Not, don't need to lose weight. You need to give me that third and second airplane seat for free. You need to make the hallways bigger in hotels. After she got arrested, I saw a bunch of people were like, I'm sure after she gets out, we'll get a video about how jail cells are too small and they're fat phobic. Oh my God. It's some people, the way their mind works, is like, that's fucking scary that's how her mind worked. Don't lose weight. No. We'll get free airplane seats. That'll solve all my problems.
To exist, to thrive, and to take up space.
But also talked about how 2024 had been the most challenging year of her entire life.
You've been through a lot this year, and it wasn't for no reason.
Oh,
and I can promise you, it's not wasted. God made you stronger this year, and you learned a lot of lessons this year. Lessons that you might have thought that you didn't need to learn. But going into this next year, you need to realize how strong you've become.
This left me with a...
I'm gonna let everyone in on a secret, all right? Shh, come here, get close. You ready? Everybody goes through shit. Every fucking person. Me, Sam, Jaebae, each one of you in chat, each one of us deals with our own shit on a daily fucking basis. I'll let you in on another secret. Come here. Life is difficult. It fucking sucks. What makes it worth living and what makes it good are sometimes you meet some awesome people and you get to do fun things. That's it. Otherwise, yeah, it's fucking difficult and it sucks. These fucking people like Jaebae, that like Amber, does the same shit. I'm the only one that's ever gone through a breakup Oh my God. I'm the only person ever in the existence of humanity that's had to deal with this thing. It's okay. It's very manipulative. Let me play on people's emotions.
A ton more questions. Like, I already have questions and now I have more questions. Is this a grift? Is this GoFundMe real? What is actually happening? Because if you remember, back when she was making those previous videos saying very similar things, that she had a near-death experience, that she needed help, that 2024 had been the most challenging year of her entire life, she set up a GoFundMe at that same time for her advocacy work with a goal of $15,000. Now, it only raised about $415 in the time it was open, which was a few months. And I have since found that this one has been closed, likely because this new one has been opened. But what I noticed is this time around, there's that sense of urgency and emergency that really gets people feeling. It pulls their heartstrings. It makes them want to move and makes them want to give. Her goal was also much smaller. So she set it at 1,000, raised 1,100, and then increased her goal to 1,600, hoping that people would continue to give. It was her changing the title and changing this caption to create that sense of urgency that really caught my attention this time around. But like I said, I'm going to continue reading this caption because it is very long.
I think GoFundMe is a great resource, right? They're growing up, again, 80s, 90s, even early 2000s. There are a lot of people in a lot of situations I knew and I saw that really could have used something like a GoFundMe, you know? And when I was in like grade school, like one of the kids I went to school with, like their fucking house burned down and they lost every fucking thing. And like the community did what we all could, but like a GoFundMe really could have helped, you know, people getting sick, injured, whatever. The way some people like Jaebae, and I don't know anybody else, but we all know who, treats fucking GoFundMe like it's a goddamn ATM machine. Like I'm a part of this community or I have a following. I need the monies. Let me throw up a GoFundMe. It irritates me, and I think it turns people off to GoFundMes or donating in any sense more and more. And people that are genuinely like in a fucked situation that actually need help and will use the GoFundMe funds for their intended purpose get overlooked, or people, they're just not as likely to donate. I use your discretion with everything online. I mean, listen, there's a reason shit's vetted in Gore World the way it is, and people can think it's wrong. There's been some fuck shit has gone down over the years.
And it's about to get very, very serious. She continues, surviving sepsis was only the beginning of my battle. For over a year, and even longer in some ways, I've been fighting relentless trauma, isolation, and harm. I was trapped in a harmful relationship that drained every part of me, leaving scars that run deep, both physically and emotionally. I was forced to mask my suffering, while the public only saw fragments of a life I no longer recognized as my own. After a harrowing hospital stay, I was discharged and placed in a hotel, a temporary refuge that barely shields me from the chaos behind closed doors. At 28, as a disabled person with no financial safety net and virtually no family to turn to, I now face the impossible task of rebuilding my shattered life. Every day.
I read this earlier, but again, I question, how does she have no financial safety net? She's numbers wise and physically, she's a larger creator on YouTube. I've seen her do like sponsorships and stuff. You know, she obviously makes some semblance of money on her social media. She doesn't work. She's not capable of working. She ain't hurting for money to the point where she can't fucking afford it. Because so many parallels with past Gore World goings on. I'm flashing back to the crisis stream in the pink pizza cutter. Yep. And then not even a year later, all of that was broken, thrown away, and trashed. Not even fucking donated.
is a struggle to reclaim my voice, to heal physically, mentally, and emotionally, and to piece together a future that feels safe and hopeful. Your support will help secure short-term housing, cover essential needs, and obtain legal guidance I urgently need to hold those responsible for my harm.
The milk. Oh my god. I need $40 because like my milk expired. But and a lot of people didn't realize because this was like this was like pre-COVID. When did Callie's crisis stream happen? It was like pre-COVID or COVID? I was like, she got a fucking pink drink from like order something with some espresso. Get some coffee, beach. There's crisis stream, and I'm gonna be homeless. And she raised all this money and bought everything, all the pink shit off of her Amazon list. And then that bitch is sitting there with fucking DoorDash, Uber Eats, Starbucks delivery, which I have ordered from a few times in my life. And a few times was it. Because it's like, ends up being, because they jack up the price and then their service and delivery charge, and then you've got to tip your driver. You order like a drink or two and a food item, that's like $40 fucking dollars. That's what I pointed that out. I was like, we all realize that's like $40 right there, right? People were like, what? And I'm like, yeah, that's fucking expensive. That like $5 or $6 or $7 Starbucks drinks on its own ends up being $12 to $15 after you add all the fees. I can't. Oh God. Oh. Did her ex take the bidet, chef? You not the bidet girl. I know. Yeah, exactly. Gotcha says all I wanted was her to donate it. Like, it was bad enough when everybody figured out like that crisis stream wasn't what Callie presented it to be. But I think, and a lot of people walked away after that. The rest of the people walked away because then when she moved out shortly thereafter, she made it a point to like her computer chair, appliance, all her shit. She didn't take it with her back to Chicago. She broke it. She made it a point to let everybody know she destroyed all the furniture and or threw it away in the dumpster. And my first thought was like, I'm sure there's some person, some woman getting on her feet somewhere in that community where she could have donated it. That could have gone to help somebody. But nope, let's break it and throw it away.
Accountable. This was an incredibly difficult read.
Hey, doors.
And again, it does a great job of creating a sense of urgency and emergency. It pulls at your heartstrings. People want to help people who are struggling, trying to escape, trying to better their lives. And that's exactly what Jaebae has put together in this little package. But what I couldn't help, because I have such a critical brain and it's impossible for me to shut it off, is her saying she's going to use these funds to secure an attorney when she's just made 2 separate posts, an Instagram story and a caption stating that she already had an attorney on file to go after this festival and all the happenings that took place at the festival.
Which attorneys aren't fucking cheap, right? It's not the court dates. It's all the shit in between. It's the retainer. It's the filing and the gathering and the this and the that. That's where the fucking the bill builds up, and it builds up quick. Yeah, I noticed that when it's like, oh, I'm gonna send this to my attorney. I'm thinking she fancies herself a travel influencer, right? She's been flying all over, staying in hotels. Again, very expensive, but yet, and she has a retainer, an attorney on retainer to go after whatever happened with this music festival, which I think somebody was trolling her and she didn't vet the source properly. But yet, okay, girl, she needs. Hey, TRC, how you doing? Welcome in.
Already has them. But for some reason now she needs to fundraise to get an attorney. Now, I told you that I had
Yeah.
questions about that video that we watched of her being filmed in the hospital and on her way to the hospital, and that my questions wouldn't really make sense until we read that caption, okay? Because again, in that caption, there are some pretty serious allegations, most likely against,
which again gets me. Granted, like I stream on YouTube, right? I'm not always posting on my community tab. I've pretty much abandoned Twitter because it's fucking Twitter. Even being a social media influencer, I don't, if you're that sick and you feel that bad, you have the wherewithal to pull out your phone and film it so you can post it on your TikTok. So do you really feel that bad? What's the intent behind that? I want to share my story. Okay, but why? Do you need the dopamine hit of the likes and the nice words, the attention? Do you need the attention, girl? Are you gonna long run this and use it to play on people's sympathies and get monies? Like, what's the intent here?
her most recent partner. He is a person we've seen in a lot of her content, and actually, we see him driving her to the hospital in that video that's attached to this GoFundMe. The reason that I point this out again, because I can't shut off the critical thinking part of my brain, who was filming her in the hospital when she's clearly not holding the camera? Because he took that role in so much of her content.
Yep.
So was he there helping her film this? Is he a part of this? Is he separate from this? We can't answer those questions. And again, we shouldn't speculate, but it's interesting that he's in those videos and potentially helping her film this to then put alongside these allegations potentially against him. And the reason that I say that is I did actually find on his social media that he posted about a recent breakup with her. He kept his post pretty simple and straightforward, just sharing a text post that said, I don't know if you've heard, but Jay and I have split up. It's been a very difficult time for me. I'm not looking forward to talking about it. But what I did find interesting is he did like a comment where the commenter said, I think Jay falsely accused him of DV/physical violence and emotional harm, then went off the rails calling 911 and saying she feared for her life because of him and his family. After Jaebae posted that video of herself with this long GoFundMe caption, the very next day on February 23rd, things started to...
Again, why would you? I understand she's a social media influencer. Why would you want to make any of this shit public, especially while it's going on? When you're in the depths, in the throe of a serious situation, I don't know, like your emotions are heightened. You're not always thinking clearly. It's, that's why like my seasonal depression got really bad over the past couple months. Y'all, that's why you bitches ain't fucking heard from me. I ain't been streaming. Cause I'm like, seasonal depression sucks. I'm not in a good headspace. I'm not streaming. So I didn't come on and be like, hey guys, like fucking Ross from Friends. Hey guys. Girl World has one Eeyore. We don't need to. I don't know. Again, what's the intent? What's the goal? What's the immediate goal? What is the goal in the long run of posting that type of shit? I don't get it. I could see after it was all said and done, being like, Jake and I broke up. Some shit went down. I don't want to talk about it. I'm rebuilding my life. Da-da-da, whatever. I don't know. That shit is sus as fuck to me.
Really unravel. And she was posting Instagram story after Instagram story, adding even more concern and confusion to all of the things already happening. And this very first video stayed on the trend of being extremely unsettling, as she tells us she's filming herself after she just called the police.
I did not want to have to do this. I've tried to figure out what I was meant to do. And today something happened that I cannot allow to happen to anybody else. My abuser.
That shit right there. Something happened to me that I cannot allow to happen to anybody else. Again, I doubt Jaebae. How do you feel about bathroom counters and washcloths? She's gonna save all of us, guys. She's gonna save all the fatties. I can't. Oh my god.
I don't know what's going to happen from here, but the police are on their way.
Crochetter, has been in jail for like a month. And like I said earlier, I was reading through a Reddit thread, and jails and prisons follow like a predetermined, like, okay, you're an adult, you're getting 1,200 calories, 2,000 at the most. And so there was this whole big discussion about how this might actually be beneficial for her, because she's essentially on a calorie restricted diet, right? Unless she's hustling to get some good commissary. Like we all know about the honey buns in prison and jail. So I don't know, unless she's able to get her hands on some good commissary or other people's shit too. Like, yeah, she might lose a couple pounds. Might be good for her.
They're 15 minutes out. I will let you know when I can what happens, okay? But I need you guys to know I'm safe. And there's lots of things you will learn. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you.
Again, where are the tears? I said it earlier when we watched this in the previous stream. But I would like to know, where are the tears? If I was in a situation, and I have been in a situation similar where I had to call the cops on a loved one out of my fear for their safety and well-being. And I was hysterical in the sense of I was just sitting there and I couldn't speak because I was so upset, and the tears were just flowing. Something's off. Something's off.
Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for giving me the courage and the strength to do this. But most of all, I have to thank God, because I would not be alive had today not played out the way it did.
Oh my God.
You will understand one day, I promise. But for now, I'm going to be gone, and I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. But please know that I am safe.
This video, again, leaves
tears, paging any sort of fucking tears to the front, please. Tears to the front.
Us with more questions than answers. Why is she filming herself in this moment and posting it to a public platform?
What did I say? What? Same brain cell, Sam. I fucking love this bitch. Ooh, what did I say? Oh, this is why I like watching Sam.
What purpose does that serve for her? Why is she setting this up as though she's doing it to protect other people and to make herself a martyr for the cause? It's a thing we've seen.
What I say, what I fucking say 2 minutes ago. It's weird, dude. Even if it is quote unquote sincere, again, there's some shit going on, right? As with most people, look at, I've been watching about, what's her name? Ash Trevino. Oh my fucking God. I was watching Swoop's documentary. I fucking love Swoop. But there's a lot of fucking crazies and mental illness running around on the fucking internet everywhere. Goddamn. We need a filter of some sort. Holy shit, dude. And hello, Duff.
In her do repeatedly in her recent content. She made a video where she was crying and saying she does this for us.
I do this work for you. I do this work for all of us.
Oh God.
On the hardest days,
what is
when the
this?
responsibility feels unbearable and the pain is overwhelming,
oh my God.
I remind myself why I started. I keep going because the fight is worth it. Because you are worth it.
And then even with the
I do not. Most of us do not. Whether it's a Jaebae, right? We come to platforms like TikTok, YouTube, I guess throw Reddit in there. None of us want or need to be saved by any of these people. I hate that shit. Stop it. You're not fucking here to save anybody. You're here to share your opinion. You're here to get the attention you so desperately crave, Amber. You're here to make money, Amber, to give an example. No, you're not. We're not saving anybody. And that's not to say like there aren't a very few and far between some genuine people who have come across whatever platform or currently are that people can relate to. Maybe they're sharing like their struggle with addiction and maintaining their sobriety, and other people that kind of, you find solace, but you're not going to save anybody. I'm so tired of this. Oh, you're just a helpless woman. I'm here to protect you and save you from all the creeps on the internet. Fucking shut up.
Recent festival drama. At the end of that Instagram story, she said, "I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this for every other content creator and plus size person. What is the purpose of this?" She then continued to post, sharing that she was safe, that she had a case number, that she was filing for an order of protection against the perpetrator and his family.
Hello, everyone. I'm here. I'm alive. I have a case number now. I'm working on filing a protective order. I'm not getting a whole lot of help. I'm all by myself because I'm stranded. I see that the perpetrator, that I will not name here just for legal purposes and safety purposes, is now falsely spreading information. I'm going to allow the police to handle it. There's a lot, and I really didn't want it to be this way, but I don't know what else to do. Everyone, I'm safe. I hope I'm getting a protective order as soon as possible.
First off, where are the tears? Second off, let me say this loud and clear. Protective orders do not protect you. A protective order, right, in like the case of domestic violence and whatnot, whatever, stalking, it's a piece of paper that basically allows you to call the cops and say, I have a protective order, it's being violated. It gives law enforcement reason to act, right? Because it usually takes a lot for you to just call the cops and be like, whatever. So that protective order, it's more like an administrative green light, if you will. You need to protect yourself. One of my favorite sayings is, when seconds matter, the police are minutes away. Just want to put that out there. Like, I've seen so many people, especially women, be like, well, I have a protective order. Great. All that does is give the cops instant green light to arrest the person, remove them, whatever. But those 5 or 10 minutes until they fucking get there, you're on your own and you have to advocate for yourself.
Sorry. I'm safe for now. I'm trying to keep you guys updated. I'm trying to cover my ass because I literally don't know what I'm doing. I've never been in this situation. And the things you guys are about to find out are things I wanted to take to the grave, but you know.
Oh, bullshit. Bullshit, Jaebae. Bullshit. Hey, Queen of Karma. Bullshit, Jaebae. Then you wouldn't be fucking talking about it. And that's unsafe, you guys. Unsafe. Girl.
No, that was also someone else's plan. And his family is now threatening me. I have all the documentation. I promise you guys will see everything.
And that was right before she shared a pretty private message, in my opinion, to her Instagram stories. And this message appears to be from her ex's sister or maybe sister-in-law, where they messaged her on the GoFundMe and said, "I'm sorry you're going through a breakup. Let me set some things straight. Ken and I welcomed you into our family, gave you a home to live in, even though it was difficult for us. Our family has given you food and money on many occasions."
Oops, I like to have food and money. That, I'm sorry. That's oh my God. That's, first off, that's hysterical because death fat. Second off, again, flashbacks to fucking Amber with Crystal. God, it's wash, rinse, repeat with, oh, Jesus Christ. Andy, that is a great question. Andy asks, is her audience trolls and hate watchers or legit supporters? I know she has a lot of like legit supporters, but I mean, I think it's, from what I've seen, because again, Jaebae, her main platform isn't YouTube, it's TikTok. So I have to watch people like Sam that follow her on the TikToks. It seems to be a decent mix of the two. And then, of course, you have a hefty dose of what seem to be buddy trolls, you know? Oh, shit. Dove Kitty says, the laws in my area changed after cops didn't protect someone who was very dangerous. Unfortunately, her and a child were lost, but people here were mad. Yeah, and that's usually how it works. It it's only, I would say, in the past 30, maybe 20 years that her, like, legitimate, okay, not this like I'm being stalked and harassed, like girl world bullshit. Legitimate stalking and harassing was taken seriously, and laws were put into place. Because I remember growing up in the 80s, and you'd hear all the time about some young woman that was assaulted and taken from this world too early because some weirdo she worked with 5 years ago had been stalking her, and she kept complaining to the police and nothing was done. And, you know, things amped up. They still didn't do anything. So a lot of people, a lot of women were bad no things happened. And it's only in the past 20, 30 years, like not like the mid 90s, laws finally started being put into place, and a lot of lives were lost to get to that point. And again, even with those laws, you've got to advocate and protect for yourself. Just depending on what state you live in, go get you a shooty bang bang. Get properly trained, know your laws, your carry laws, open carry, concealed carry. Train. Train to use your weapon, clean it, handle it. Train to hit your target, stationary, it's moving, you're moving. Exercise your brain in different situations, right? Situational awareness. Put in the work. Again, when seconds matter, the police are minutes away.
You have never been harmed. Jake worked hard to support you through your illnesses with no expectations in return. He loved you. Breakups are hard on both parties, but to put the blame all on one side and take no responsibility is not the way adults behave. Please take care and good luck with everything. And even though she's just posted this message for everyone to see, she's going to continue posting and claiming that his family is causing harm against her and that she's putting in an order of protection against all of them. Now, she also keeps saying she's going to take a break, and then she continues.
Sadly, I've had to include every single member of his family that has done anything illegal. I'm not going to speak on that because I'm scared. But if you're in Kennewick, Washington, because at this point, I don't really know how else to get safety. The police are definitely failing me. I've talked to a sergeant. I've talked to multiple officers. Everything I've been asked to do, they have done nothing. And they've questioned me at every turn. They want me to stay in town and testify, but they don't. He said, quote unquote, the police is not a taxi service. So although you're stranded, you'll have to figure out how to get to the courthouse on your own. I didn't record that, but it should be recorded. My lawyer, I'm sure, will get it all taken care of. But because it's Sunday, you know how that goes. If I am not alive tomorrow, everything is in my phone. I'm sorry.
Oh my fucking God. I went with a friend September of 2023 because she had to go to her divorce hearing. And she was divorcing her extremely abusive husband. I'm talking slamming her head into the back of a chair and breaking her nose, her going up to the bathroom and sitting in the tub because she's just profusely bleeding, while he stayed downstairs with his 12 and 14-year-old sons laughing about it. She was deathly scared of this man. She drove to my house because, like, he didn't know we were still friends and, like, where I lived. She drove to my house, left her car there. We got in my car, drove to the courthouse. I walked her up to the door. And you know I'm armed. She met the victim advocate. Victim advocate and bailiff stayed with her because she had, like, a protection order, and, like, all this shit had been highly documented, though, with her and his, like, ex-wife. It was a whole fucking situation. And then when the proceeding was done, they made him stay behind. I went up to the door, met her, walked her to my car, and we took off. The cops, no, They are not a taxi service. They are not your own personal bodyguard service. Maybe in like high profile extreme cases. Again, her sense of entitlement. I can't fucking comprehend it.
Sorry to have to traumatize you this way. I wish it wasn't this way. I really do. I will explain everything. There will be a legal proceeding. They want me to testify. They've already made it very clear where they stand and on what I've told them. I'm sorry, everyone. And I feel bad for him because I'm brainwashed because of him.
And here, once again,
yeah, they want you to testify because you can accuse anybody of anything you want, right? That's how the world works. I can get on here and accuse anyone of anything. That doesn't mean, and please keep this in mind, okay? It doesn't mean it's true. That's how it happened. The person is telling it from their perspective. They're biased. They might have an agenda because it sounds like Jaebae has one. So yeah, Jaebae, nobody can just accuse somebody of something. That's why they're court proceedings and you have to fucking prove it. Like courts aren't even big on circumstantial evidence that much anymore. Jesus Christ.
She's got the GoFundMe to hire a lawyer. But then here, once again, she already has a lawyer who can help her deal with the police and the fact that they won't give her a ride to the courthouse.
Wow.
Again, leaving me with a lot of questions. I also want to share here that this video, of all of the videos that came out as she was spiraling, was the one that really struck me the most. Because in the moment where she's saying, if I'm not here tomorrow, everything is in my phone, it really reminded me.
Yeah, Queen of Karma says, cops helped me get my dogs out of my home with my ex and stuff. Well, yeah. Yep. I had a friend who was going through a very contentious custody case with her ex-husband. And she actually got a restraining order on him. I forget exactly why. But during that, and even after that, she would call, like, I don't know, a certain amount of, like, 30 minutes before they were supposed to meet to swap because they had shared custody. So, you know, she would call the cops and they would do, it's like a courtesy standby, I think it's called. I'm not sure. But yeah, they'll do that. Like if you're exchanging custody of a child, if you have to go pick stuff up from like a certain place, or yes, they will come out and they will stand by to, you know, keep the peace. And I've seen body cam footage of like this one lady was going back to her house to get a bunch of stuff where she lived with her a not nice husband, and 2 cops were there with her just to, like, you know, and they didn't think he was there. In the middle of it, the guy comes busting in, shot her and both of the police officers. So shit does happen, man.
Of the Foodie Beauty Paper Clips live stream, which I watched secondhand, not even firsthand.
Yeah.
And that was still.
Oh my God. I love that she mentioned fucking Chantel's paperclip live stream. Oh my God. But you know, old Toothy totally wasn't a predator and a threat, and Chantel totally didn't bring him into the community. Okay.
Too much. And those are both things that should have never been shared online to public platforms. But we live in a time, in an age, in a space where these influencers have made the internet their safe haven. They've shunned their friends and family in real life and created these really toxic parasocial relationships where they treat their audience as their therapist, as their savior, as their hater.
Zachary Michael to the front, please. Zachary Michael to the front. Oh my God, it's so true. Like, there are people I've gotten to know and that, like, you know, I'd say I'm closer with, and we talk privately. I'm not going to name any names because people don't need to fucking know my business. But yeah, I'm like, you know, like again, I've been seeing stuff about like all the trauma, like FFG's chat used to be known for the trauma dumping. Now I guess it's Jordy, and people are like sending like big ass super chats to be like, my dog died, I'm getting divorced, my roof caved in. It's like, fuck, dude, get a friend, man, get a friend.
All of the above, and they've created this sort of toxic experience. And watching Jaebae say that in real time made me incredibly sad, but it was also incredibly alarming. And she shares that before then coming back online pretty immediately to tell us that she's feeling safe again.
Look, I look a little bit rough, okay? I get it. But you guys, you can probably understand, right? And once you hear what happened, oh my gosh. But now that the truth is out to the police, I'm not saying anything. I'm going to let the police and the universe handle whatever it is they need to handle. This family knows what they did to me, and now the whole world will know what they did to me. I'm protected, and I need you all to know that I'm okay. I'm safe, I'm sound, and whatever happened in this room today, I will share with you one day. But just know that this is not a fight I'm fighting alone. And just know that I'm okay, and I'm more free and more safe than I have ever been. And you will come to know that. I will share my testimony with you. You will know that. And I will fight for every single one of you. And every single one of you that's helped me, you will be helped tenfold.
There's something's off. Something's rotten in Denmark. Chef Michael. Or should I say, oh, I love the way Linda says, hey, Chef Michael. And I'm just like, it's Michael. But shout out Belinda. We love Belinda. Chef Michael has been a member for 17 months. Thank you so much. Chef says, my bed caught on fire. My ketchup was expired. And I only have left shoes. Trauma dump. Thank you so much for sharing your member milestone, not the ketchup. Again, Chef and I will be doing a members only stream on Tuesday. I'm not sure what time. It's going to be fun. Military stuff, gun fails. It's going to be a good goddamn time.
And my actions don't have to, you can watch my actions. My words mean nothing. But you just pay attention, okay?
And then coming back and sharing immediately that she doesn't feel safe.
Man, the stuff really comes in waves. It really does. And so I'm just going to be honest, since I've had already called the police. And I mean, everything's not, what's been said has been said. I'm waiting on a call back from the non-duty or an off-duty officer. I'm so sorry. I finally changed my clothes. I don't feel safe enough to take a shower. I'm pretty scared. I kind of wish someone could come here and be with me. There's literally multiple beds. I mean, if someone could come here and take myself somewhere else, that'd be great. Unfortunately, the GoFundMe money, for some reason, I don't know. I don't want to say anything allegedly, but things are odd on my end, to say the least. And yeah, I don't want to be at this hotel anymore. I do not feel safe. I just called a non-emergency. I almost just called 911 again, and just strange things happening. Like yeah, KPD is gonna have a lot of explaining to do. Let's just say that.
Then she would come back and share that she couldn't share details. She would give credit to her audience for saving her life. And then she would make herself a martyr for the cause of survivors everywhere.
Good morning, everyone. Everybody. I don't know what time it is where you are. Here in Washington State, it's 2:09 in the morning. I needed to let y'all know because someone told me I gotta tell you, I'm okay. I know it doesn't make a damn bit of sense to y'all. I get it. It will one day. I promise. Okay, but I can't share anything right now. But what I do need you to know is you guys saved my life. You guys rallied around me, and you gave me the courage to be strong. Not for me.
Something feels off. Something feels off. Yes, I think I do have memberships I can give out, which it's always an adventure to see who gets them. So I'll gift 5 memberships. Let's see who gets them. All right. We'll gift 5. Thank you for reminding me, Chef. I appreciate you. All right. Ooh, so Primitive Damaris for Ritza, Texas 1, Lissy Bop, Donis. Welcome back to being a member. Do I have 5 more, or did I give 5 earlier this month? Because I know I get 10, and I'm going to do a members only tomorrow. So Let me see if I can. I mean, I might as well use all 5. Oh, nope, that was it. Apparently, I gave out 5 earlier this month. Yep, I've gifted all 10. Okay. Cool beans, cool beans. Hey, Jarella. And again, membership streams are fun. You know, I just do kind of different content than I do. There's nothing like, sorry to disappoint. There's nothing like super secret going on members only. Anything I say or watch or share on members only, I already have or would share on a public stream. So do what you will.
Me, but for all of you and for survivors everywhere. Now, I don't know what everything's going to look like. I have no idea what's happening. I'm not going to comment on anything. Okay? I don't know what you're going to find out. I don't know what you're going to find out. And I apologize that I wasn't honest with you, but you'll understand, I promise. And even if you don't, that's okay. Even if you think, hey, this.
And while all of these things were taking place, and she was creating this sense of emergency and telling people she wasn't safe and that her situation was really bad, in the same time period, in between these videos where she's telling us she's safe and not safe, she was going out of her way to fight with people who were commenting on her social media, with one woman sharing private DMs that Jaebae sent her.
I think she means she wasn't honest and that she wasn't sharing what she was allegedly going through when she was going through it. I don't know. Something just seems off. Like, was there actual bad no things? Is Jaebae exaggerating? Is she not? I don't know, but I'm sure Jaebae is going to tell us eventually. It just, something seems off. Something seems off.
When she accidentally liked a comment, Jay shamed her eyebrows and told her she was going to get her fired after she found her on LinkedIn.
Wow.
She also
That's fucked up. Fuck you. Fuck you if you go IRL, especially if you want to get somebody fired from their job, their means of supporting themselves, possibly their family, feeding their dogs and their fucking goldfish. Fuck you. Anybody that fucks with anybody's job or goes IRL, you're a piece of fucking shit and you need to stop. I don't care who it is, the fucking community, how big, how small the channel. Stop. People are saying words online. If you then feel the need to go IRL or take things to an unreasonable place, you need to log off. And Doris, hey. Thank you so much for becoming a baby burb. Thank you for being here. It's always good to see you, Doris. Oh, don't know how to turn on membership gifting. You just go down, like if you see the little circle with the money, and that's where you can do, like I'm on an Android phone. You can do super stickers, super chats, buy your own membership or gift memberships. But I appreciate you becoming a member. Enjoy your emojis. We've got some fun ones. We've got fuck you chicken strips. That's a great one. We've got Captain Save a Ho down there. Russ out in these streets saving all the strippers, baby. Yep, Drola says, and employed people pay into the social systems that support those unable to work. Don't take that money out of the system. Exactly. I don't know. And it seems, I don't know if Sam hasn't shown it yet. She's not going to show up, but it seems pretty much like Jaebae's soon to be ex Jake and his family, with the exception of like a comment or two, is pretty much keeping their mouth shut, which is this, I'm sure their lawyer advised them to, you know, is just don't fucking say anything, especially because Jaebae she does have such a social media presence, you know. I really hope I hope I want her to be telling the truth, not because I want her to have gone through anything bad. I don't want anyone to go through anything bad. But if she's making shit up, if she's being vengeful, if she's exaggerating shit, like, fucking calm down, Amber Heard.
Blasted a creator named Annette who was attached to the account Fat Girls Traveling. Annette sent her a message that was nice enough and told her that she looked like she was spiraling and that sometimes the internet doesn't need to know personal business. Jaebae made 2 videos about her in response, posted her message to her Instagram stories, and then posted another story of herself blocking Annette and
she crazy. When a supporter, and that was I think we read that earlier. That's a very genuine, sincere, like, hey babe, I get you're going through it, but maybe you shouldn't be taking to your phone and sharing all of this online. And there's a multitude of reasons. That person was very nice. And Jaebae made 2 videos about her. And God, wow. Oh, she's crazy. You're a fucking crazy bitch.
Other fat travel creators. And listen, we all know there is no such thing as a perfect victim here. But this seems like such a weird and petty thing to be focused on while you're simultaneously telling your audience that your basic needs are not being met and your immediate safety is threatened. The final chapter of this story for now is this. Jaebae, despite all of the claims and allegations that she's made on her platforms, has been arrested and is currently in jail. It's a place that she has been in custody since February 28th, 2025. She has not yet been released at the time of my filming, which is in the end of March 2025.
So if she hasn't been released, and I think there was a bail set, it was like $2,500 or something we saw. Why doesn't she just do a GoFundMe for bail money? She does a fucking GoFundMe for every fucking thing else. Why is she still sitting in jail? Like, that just clicked in my head. I'm like, maybe she feels safe in jail because she doesn't feel safe anywhere else. Something's not right.
When I found out originally that Jaebae had been arrested.
And if there's obvious proof of her ex, soon-to-be ex Jake, doing bad no-no things, why wasn't he arrested? Something is not adding up. 2 + 2 = fuckery is afoot right now.
Arrested and charged. She had 6 charges, some of which were pretty serious against her. Today, she now has 7 active charges, including assault, which is a class 3 felony, criminal trespass, obstruction of law enforcement, resisting arrest, interfering with a healthcare facility, and misuse of 911. Those were all added on February 28th at 4:20 a.m., the same time that she was booked into the jail. The most recent charge that was added, the 7th added to her list, was criminal trespass that was added on February 26th at 9:07 a.m. So this would have taken place around the same time that she was making all of that video content on her platforms.
This is why I love Sam. Bitch, we love context. We love a timeline. A timeline. Wow. Yeah, something's not right. Something's not. I feel it in my solar plexus. I'm like, something's not right.
Washington State has a lot of public access records that could be easily found just by searching the internet. Things I found of note on their portal were that she initially was being held for 72 hours due to her felony charge. Ooh. She had been given a public defender and that her bail was set for $2,500. In later hearings...
So again, this bitch is flying all over, demanding half the plane be given to her free because fat. Hotels, food, and this bitch eats. Rental cars, Ubers at the very least, which I've never taken an Uber, but I know it's not, fucking cheap. But she can't. Okay. Something's not adding up.
I also found that they are testing her for competency, and they've decided to do that in an inpatient facility, most likely a state hospital, which is something that the state of Washington does if they feel that an evaluation in jail won't suffice, or that the evaluation being held at a state hospital is better for the health, safety, or welfare of the defendant. I also noted, because this is Jaebae, and I don't say that.
So why? They don't often do that. So she's being evaluated in an inpatient facility, so a psych facility, to see if she's competent. Does she, if she's got some undiagnosed thing going on, bipolar, schizophrenia, probably being the most likely, right? Because of what she's saying in the situation, it seems. I'm not diagnosing anyone. And that usually doesn't manifest until like the mid to late 20s in most cases. If that's the case, and there's something she's been dealing with undiagnosed, I hope it gets diagnosed and she can get proper treatment, man.
This to be funny, but to be very serious. When they do competency hearings in the state of Washington, they follow what they call the Dusky standard. So what they want based on this Dusky standard is to make sure that the defendant has a rational and factual understanding of the charges and the penalties associated with the charges against them. I feel like...
Do they know right from wrong? Do they know that lying is wrong, that hurting people is wrong? Do they understand that depending on what they did, there could be legal consequences for it? And what are those legal consequences? Somebody can be a little off their kilter and still know right from wrong, and still know that they are purposely doing shit. Just saying.
Again, just solely based on Jaebae's online reputation and the way that she behaves and holds herself, probably lending to her being in this facility for the amount of time she has been. The conclusion to this story is not an ideal one. It's a tangled mess of allegations that, again, has left many of us with more questions than answers, because all we have to go off of right now are these posts that Jaebae made while she was clearly spiraling out of control, her vague GoFundMe captions, her back and forth on whether or not she was safe, but then also the very serious allegations she made against her ex-partner, the police, a festival, and she's now been arrested and criminally charged.
That's all this bitch talks about, Jaebae. Like Sam said, and what did I said it 5 minutes before Sam did? Somebody do be getting ready to sneeze, and Jaebae will look over and be like, that skinty person is making a funny face because they're about to sneeze. And she's like, fat phobia, how dare you? She is a perpetual victim, but either seriously does not realize or refuses to fucking admit it is you at your own hands that are causing your fucking problems. The bitch almost died a couple years ago. Oh, near death. I didn't know if I was going to live. So I decided to become a fatfluencer and demand that the world in society, airplanes, hotels, jail cells now at this point, you're fat phobic and you need to adjust to us. Lose fucking weight. You are not a goddamn victim, food addiction or not. Do something about it. Instead of stomping through the fucking world, demanding everybody placate to you. I don't care what the issue is. There's too many people stomping through this fucking world demanding that everybody, oh, you have to accept me and respect me and adjust to me. And it's like, go fuck yourself. How about that? Fuck your chicken strips.
With the very things that she's alleged others have done to her. She told us repeatedly that she would share details and the truth would come to light soon enough. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. All right, that is all I have for you all today. At this point, I am so curious to know what you think. And honestly, if there were any details that I missed, have you been watching this drama unfold? Have you uncovered anything that I haven't? Please share it with me down below in the comment section. I would really love that, because I think that this is just that stark reminder that we never actually know the whole truth about influencers. No matter how happy or content they look, there could be things going on in the background that we are just unaware of. until we become aware. I know at this point, I typically ask my introvert friends to leave an emoji in the comment section for me, but today, again, that just feels inappropriate to me with the serious tone of this video. So please, 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 just go ahead and like the video if you haven't. It does really help out the channel, and it also pushes the video out, pleases the algorithm gods, if you will. So go ahead and do that for me this week. As always, thank you all so much for being here with me this week. I will see you in the next one.
Sam, you the best. We love you here. All right, let's actually look through what people are saying. Someone says Kennewick, where I guess Jaebae lives in Kennewick, Washington State, which explains a lot. No offense to my Washington peeps. Kennewick has public transportation right to the courthouse, but she didn't feel safe. Even her feet are storing fat. Imagine almost dying from sepsis due to your lifestyle and still developing no sense of personal responsibility. She seems to live. Oh my God, this person's screen name is Trolling for Likes. She seems to live in a cosplay universe in her brain with an audience she conceptualizes in her head that she is the superhero leader of. She may need some assessment. Something is off. I mean, yeah, we're all picking up on it. Wow. She is in a safe place now. Jill, where she belongs. Oh my God. Somebody else says, watch it get revealed that the case is as ridiculous as the Lyft incident. I mean, listen, it's very telling that Jaebae immediately took to her large social media platform, right, to make accusations, because that is all that they are at this point, allegations and accusations about her ex, not just her quote unquote ex-husband, but his whole fucking family being abusive towards her. And yet they are radio silence. So hey Annie, I don't know. I will keep watch for Sam or anyone else to put out an update. I know she had a hearing on the 19th for something. I think that's when they did the assessment thing. And you know, court systems, things like that tend to move very slow. Things are scheduled months out because dockets are full, right? All that fun stuff. It's, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just, something feels off with all of it. Yeah. So there's that. Ooh, Jaebae. I don't know. Again, I've talked about her a few times. I dip in on updates for her here and there. And I've said many times, something is off with her, because to think that you are not the problem, right? My body's not the problem. Society is. And it's like, ma'am, you take up the space of like 3 or 4 people. You're the problem. And like nobody should be discriminated against. But when you take up 2 seats on an airplane and you impede upon other people's space just getting up and moving around that airplane, that's a problem. You're the problem. She's a mess. She's a mess, and we'll keep watch on it. So I should be able to do the second members only stream for March tomorrow night. I don't know. I'll try to find something fun, interesting to watch. I don't know. Maybe if, depending on who shows up, if people want to come up and just chat about whatever, I can drop a link. We can watch whatever. We'll see. And then Tuesday, Chef and I are going to do a members only. Again, he's going to talk about his experience being in the Marines. And we'll watch some stuff about boot camp, being in the Marines. We'll watch some military fails. There's a video I found, the Darwin Awards that Brandon Herrera does. It's going to be fun. So, yeah, I'm not sure what time. Yes, Tuesday, military training reaction video. Yeah. And again, shout out to our current military members, our veterans, law enforcement. Oh, yep. See, the dogs they're hungry. They want to EAT. You still have 26 minutes. You eat at 4:30. But they know they can tell the change in my like energy and my tone of voice. They know when I'm ending stream. It's hilarious. So thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for celebrating membership milestones. I know, baby girl. Roxy's feeling better. We had to go to the emergency vet Friday night. I could not get her knee back in. They gave her some pain meds, anti-inflammatory, muscle relaxers, waited a little bit, got her knee to pop back in. She's a little sore, but I've been doing the usual cold laser, massage therapy. She has the same medications for home, so she's doing well. She's 12 years old, but she's a fighter. She's feisty, so she's good. As you can hear, she's like, I want my food, bitch. All right, I will be back tomorrow night after I get home and I settle in. We'll hang out for a little while. Roxy says, fuck you, chicken strips. Thank you for being here. Please leave a like and all the other YouTube. Share it out, subscribe, all those fun things. Okay, bye.